Hello you guys, welcome to Garden Believers. So today I want to go over some of my house plants that I have that I transfer out of soil into what you call leca, which is clay balls. They're basically clay balls retain moisture. You soak them in the water and they retain moisture. You put a little water solution, which is water, distilled water, spring water, diluted with your plant solution to have the nutrition to go up inside the balls. Since clay balls does not have any nutrition value. What I love about leca is you get to actually see the beautiful roots through the container if you use a container like this. You don't have to use a container like this, but I like to use the glass so I can see the roots growing in there. This one you can't really, yeah, you can see it right here. And I'll show you another example of the roots. This one here. So I like to look at the roots grow. And it does very well. I have different type of hostas. I'm not hostas, I'm sorry, so I'm used to my garden. So different type of pothos. This one is the blue pothos. But yeah, you can see the roots in here. And this one just growing very, very well. And I have to, if you look closely, I can see when my reservoir needs to be filled up again with water solution. So it's down here, it's not touching the roots. But this is going up and to lubricate the balls to keep them moist for the plant, and you can see how well my plant is doing. And you get different looks. If you can see, I have this one in this jar, so it's different looks that brings a good look around your house. I love this one. And a good thing about it is that, like these containers, I don't go and buy them brand new. Like a lot of people go to Walmart or go to the home store, different places. I go to the thrift stores and get these for like this one, where it's like 88 cents. So 88 cents, and this one was $2. And then don't let me go on Veterans Day, so that's additional off. So Veterans Day. On some they have on the thrift stores, so I definitely go and get a lot of these glass containers. I've seen some people to what they do so they don't have to, you know, when they clean out their balls, they might have a hole here. They might drill a hole, and then when they flush it out with water, it just flushes out all the solution out directly, so they don't have to refill the balls. And that's a great idea. I just haven't done it yet, but and then they just refill it to above where the hole is, so the water won't go back out, the solution won't go back out. So that is very convenient, and you know, especially if you have a lot of them. So let's get started on how I plant my plants with leca. All right, so I have my leca here, which is already clean. What you could do is two ways you could do it. For me, because I like stuff done immediately, I don't like to wait. There's some people who soak it for 24 hours overnight in a pan, and just let it soak really good to get all that debris off the leca balls. What I do is go ahead and boil it. I boil it, let my water boil really good for it, then I got my leca in there, and I let it sit for about an hour or two, and then I give it a good rinse in a strainer, and this strainer is dedicated for that. So, and then, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and use this container. Isn't it cute? Yeah. So I have I have a hosta that I had that was in some soil, and it was kind of struggling because I actually did it from a cutting and put it into, I guess the pot was actually too big for it, so I shouldn't have to transfer it from a cutting to that big pot. But anyways, it has a good root system. So what I did was clean all the roots off, all the soil off, because we don't want any dry roots to happen. So I went ahead and cleaned off the roots as much as I can. Be gentle, because I actually tore some off. So be very careful when you're rinsing them off. And if you have anything that's already dry root, that's like super black or dark, and it's not, go ahead and cut it off and then put it in your leca. So first thing I'm gonna do, I already cleaned my leca balls. I have my container. So I am going to go ahead and start filling in this up. And let me see if I can back up the camera so you guys can see. Alrighty. Can you see? Alright, so I have my container. start filling this up at the bottom just a little bit. Alright, see? I have her like right here. And I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here. This camera, I could bring it down some. Okay, so here we go. This one actually, this container is actually maybe a little, so you kind of want to position how you want your plant, make sure the roots are good. So I'm gonna start filling it up. Get it stable, you really don't have to hold it anymore. Yes, that would happen. So of course, when you rinse these off in your sink, make sure you have like a strainer over your drain because you don't want to get those in your sink, in your drainage. So make sure that you have something so it won't fall in there because it will bounce. You hear now this bouncing everywhere. So I just position kind of get this good shape, and you can see the little root system here in there. Let's see. All right, you guys, so there it is. And it'll get settled in. It'll start shifting and getting comfortable in here. And so what I'm gonna do next is go ahead and show you guys how I get the water solution in here. All right, so here comes about the water solution part. So you can either use whatever brand you want to. I have different kinds. So I have the all-purpose liquid plant food. You just put a little bit because this go by the gallons, and I use this little bottle when I'm doing the smaller containers for my clay ball containers. So you got to use a small one. My cup has like the big one, the small one. So I just put a very, very small dilute in here. And then of course, the Super Thrive is always good, just a little bit. And then this is the stuff right here. This is the stuff. It just, only thing about this, it makes your water brown because Mother Earth Liquid Craft Grow. This stuff is so freaking good. It's expensive too. I think it runs like $20-some for this, but you don't use much of it because it's that powerful. All right, so these are what I have for my containers for my food. All right, so what I do is put it in a bottle like this. If I'm doing a small one, if I'm doing a big one, I kind of use my old bottle. I have it right here, like an old juice container. I save and I put my solution there and shake it up, and then it'll shake real good. And I'll go ahead and pour it all around the bowls till I get to like here. Let me see if I get the camera. Can you see that? It's like a glare. But anyways, it's like right here. Right here. It's not touching the roots. So it's not touching the roots. So it's like right here. So that's all you really need. And it's so simple. And then the good thing about it, like I said, it's reusable. So when you reuse it, just boil the clay balls again, Leca. Y'all like to say clay balls. Well, you boil the Leca and just reuse it over and over and over again. So I've been using these probably for about a year now. So, you know, they are doing very, very well. I haven't converted everything into pots. I do like some things in soil. And but thank you guys for joining me. Please subscribe and like the video.